All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you're having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How you doing today?
Good morning, Carlos. I'm doing okay. Okay, but
Love it.
not great.
That's not great, though. Yeah. What's going on? You're not feeling great.
So it was my mother-in-law's 80th birthday last night, and we asked her where she wanted to go, and she wanted to go to Mandarin, which is like an all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet place.
Okay.
And we surprised her by having a whole lot of family, so we had 20 some odd people there. And anyways, it was great, and I enjoyed the experience. But I have been paying for it ever since. I don't think I'll be doing that again, man. that hurts.
Ouch.
Yeah, like it was great. This is all good and it's fun, and then afterwards I'm like, I think I ate too much, and then it just went downhill from there. So
yeah, not good.
It's there you go. Scooter, I did have some pineapple chicken actually. So the other thing,
pineapple chicken. That
very
sounds
randomly.
Good. That sounds. I never had pineapple chicken, but that sounds like a thing.
It's Friday, and so we get to talk about a little bit of everything here. And I got to say, this is going to sound like an ad for a second. So I was wearing this shirt, and I decided I was gonna wear green today because I wanted to project green into the markets.
Nice.
And I looked at myself in this camera here that I was projecting, and I went, that looks horrible. It looks like I'm wearing a sheet. And for Christmas, my wife got me some of these, they advertise online, these shirts that will make all the difference and make you all look better.
Untuck it shirt.
I won't mention the brand. It doesn't matter. Okay, but I gotta say, I put the shirt on and it looks a lot better. I just
looks good.
I don't know. It was one of these things. I feel like I should be doing an ad for them, but anyways, it was so there you go.
They are not cheap. I looked on their headquarters. I think it's here in New York and downtown. And yeah, they're expensive, but they must.
I don't want to know what she paid for these, but anyways, she got me some, and so yeah, it's look, I'm feeling good now. So
feeling good, looking.
Anyways,
good,
all right, it's offsetting. See, that's why I was like just not good because while my gastrointestinal issues continue, at least I'm wearing a shirt that makes me feel good. So, you got to take the bad with the good sometimes.
Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. With that said, let's go right to our market data, market pulse. What do we have going on for today, Peter?
Yeah, we don't really have a lot happening today, frankly. We've got Goolsby that's making a TV appearance right about now. 10 o'clock, we do have consumer sentiment and existing home sales. Those aren't big market movers. Barr speaks at 1, and then after the market close, Daily speaks. So we got a couple of Fed speakers, some second level economic data. So I think it's going to be another quiet Friday. Fridays have been, I don't think we've had a rip roaring Friday yet this year, but the year's early. It's still young. I think this is only what is the date here? This is our third Friday. Yeah, it's our third Friday. So it's but anyways, so I expect it to be a little quiet. We do have some interesting gappers though. I'm eager to talk to you about some of the gappers and some stuff that may or may not be on the gappers list, because I find that there's a little bit of weird news going on that I don't know how to trade. So maybe you guys can help me out. We'll talk about it and we'll figure out together maybe what we do about these things. So.
All right, looking forward to dive into that. Our gappers list this morning, not a whole lot on here. This is probably the lightest that we've seen our gappers list in quite some time. Not a bad thing, but we know there's some usual suspects that are making some noise here as the SPY is hitting all-time highs here, right? So we're in a very interesting situation. The overall market, things are moving well, but our gappers list are very light this morning. So let's dive in. The first one, before we do that, Control A. Control A, Control X on Dash to the Pro clears your columns out and your rows. And once we do that, let's go over to the first one, which is CAMS, KAMN this morning. And oh, that looks brutal. Up 101%, 112,000 shares traded. So there's not a lot going on here. Very, very light volume. I mean, huge pop. Peter, what we got going on here with
Yeah, I
Cam?
mean, you could probably guess, Carlos, by looking at that chart what's
I
going
wanted
on.
to, but I'm like, I'm not gonna do it today. It looks like a buy,
No,
but the volume is so light. Why would it be so light
yeah,
like this?
it's not a buyout that people are excited about, I guess, at least
Oh,
from a
okay.
trading point of view.
Yeah.
And can you guess the price?
Hmm.
It's your skill testing
Uh
question here.
let's see. 46 or between 46 and 45, 10 or something.
46, yeah, to go
Yeah,
with your gut.
46. There you
So,
go.
yeah, this is a $1.8 billion buyout of this aerospace and defense company, Cammon. It's $46 a share is what the agreed price is. And, yeah, it's not tradable.
Yeah, definitely not tradable. We are still talking about t-shirts in our chat room here. There's a few.
I
There's
know.
true classics.
I got,
True
I
classics.
got people going.
Their
Honestly,
commercials are great, man. I love the
well,
commercials.
they are entertaining, right?
Yeah,
Like they are quite entertaining. I'm not sure if that's what influenced my wife to buy these, but I gotta
yeah,
say, she got me 3 of them, and this is only the second one I've worn. But anyways, it was just funny to like. I literally felt like an ad this morning when I looked at myself in the
yeah.
camera. I'm like, that shirt looks awful, and I went out and got this one. I'm like, hey, look at that. Anyways,
That is
it was
just like
just
the
funny.
commercial.
It
Very
was
nice.
just that's why I had to share with you guys. Like
Awesome.
I was entertaining myself before we got live
Yeah.
on the air. So
Yeah, great stuff, man. All right, there's Cam for you again. Not looking great at all. We're gonna go over to Spirit. Spirit Airlines had a big hit. Obviously, their deal with JetBlue being shot down. JetBlue hasn't said they're gonna
well,
counteract yet. Have they done that? Because we're getting a bit
well,
smooth here.
and that's sort of the news. The
Oh, it
CEO
is.
of Spirit Airlines has come out and said they're going to be looking to restructure debt in the recent news. However, the deal's not dead. According to the CEO of Spirit, the deal is fully intact with JetBlue. They're going to appeal the ruling from the judge and feel that they can move on. It is, in reading some of the details, I mean, this is a merger between the sixth and seventh largest airlines in the U.S. It does feel like it would enhance their ability to compete, and not like the judge said it would reduce competition and not create a monopoly, but reduce choice by it's not in the best interests of the consumer. I'm not sure. Anyways, sixth and seventh largest. We already know that Spirit's business model is not in the best interest of the consumer. So,
Oh, no,
anyways,
no, no, no. I
especially
have
if you
not
listen
flown on
to
Spirit, but I heard experiences of friends that have,
yeah.
and I'm just like, why would you do
So
that?
I think they've got a legitimate basis for the appeal, but and we know that Mike and John have had some experience with them, and of course any late night host will readily beat up on Spirit Airlines. So they are the butt of too many jokes that you'd think it would only be beneficial. So anyways, look, from a trading point of view, what we can say this morning is look at it pop up, look at that volume. This actually looks good. If all we need is this uncertainty and hype. It doesn't really matter whether the deal's on or off. It doesn't matter whether it gets appealed or not. What matters is, does that create stock movement in the short term? And right now it is. I actually like it. You don't hear me say that. Must be the shirt. I actually like something.
The shirt is making you feel good. It's making you want to put semi-type garbage stocks on the list. But no,
Yeah,
this is
well,
actually I'm with you. This is actually great news. The back and forth. And look at the volume today, man. 13.9 million, up 27%. I know it's a lower price, but still, if we can get movement, this can be fun. So yeah, we'll put Spirit Airlines on our list this morning, and we'll see how it goes from there. All right, let's take a look at W today. So W this morning, Wayfair, it is up 15.2, 619,000. So they must have some news because we never hear from these guys,
they do.
like
Sort of
ever.
a blast from the past.
Yeah.
And it's funny. Wayfair, I always said during the pandemic, and unfortunately, I realized it like a year too late. It was like the sleeper stock of the pandemic. If you were looking to swing trade something, go back on the daily and take a look through the pandemic period. This thing went on an amazing, amazing run.
It-
And Oh,
How do I get
no,
this back? I don't even know how to. What the heck I did here?
oh yeah,
Like I must have
escape or
double tapped.
something. When it goes full screen,
Yeah, that's so
people
weird
have
to
told me
do it.
before. I always forget.
Me too.
Uh,
You know what? I'm gonna keep this
Anyone
simple.
in the room help us out? When
I'm just
Das, you
gonna
accidentally make it full screen. There is a way to get her back.
I'm just gonna
I
go
forget what it
and
is.
do the default again.
He's reloading.
Yeah, it's just
Anyways,
gonna reload.
um, anyways, they had this amazing run that I can't remember from like $20 to $200 or something like that. Um, Close and reload. That's the default way. There is an actual way.
There
Oh, there.
is. It's a
Windows
hotkey.
button down
Yeah,
arrow.
yeah,
Windows
yep.
button
There is
down arrow.
something.
There you go. That's probably the way. Anyways, so but anyway, so they were a great stock over the pandemic if you're swing trading, not necessarily a great day trader. The news though today is interesting to me. A couple of weeks ago, there was a memo from the CEO of the company that went viral where he basically told all the staff, "Work harder, damn it." That was sort of interesting. And apparently, he's decided they are not working harder because the announcement is they're cutting a little over 1,600 jobs. It's about 13% of the workforce. And in the unusual way the markets work, the market says, cost cutting. That means that you'll be leaner and more effective. Not your business seems to be on a downturn, and that's probably bad news. So we're up. Again, I actually don't think it makes sense. I mean, I know from a business perspective, when I used to cut staff, that was never good. That wasn't a sign of
Yeah,
me heading into a new business venture and things are going well and I'm going to get a bigger bonus. That was usually I'm doing everything I can to survive here, right? So
yep. Keep the
I've had
boat
to lay
afloat.
off, unfortunately, a lot of people, and I not my favorite part of the process. But apparently, from a market perspective, your stock can jump 15% by laying off people. Now, they're not alone, right? We have to keep in mind there's been a lot of companies that have announced that they are doing layoffs. Macy's actually also announced they got some layoffs. That actually just came out overnight, I think. But they don't seem to be moving at all so far this morning, at least not from what I saw a little earlier. M is their ticker, and like Amazon and Google previously announced that they were expecting more layoffs this year. So I mean, they're in good company, I guess. I don't know, but anyways, layoffs are happening. That's the first type of, well, it's not economic news, I suppose, but that's the type of news that may calm the Fed, that maybe things aren't going all that well out there. But I'm not sure what's going to happen. I mean, anyways, so the news this morning: Wayfair's laying off 13% of their workforce, 1,600 people, and their stock's up 15%. Make of it
Yeah,
what you will.
yeah. I don't like this one. So I'll leave it alone. Again, it is in play. Don't get me wrong, but I think we'll find something better to trade. So I'm gonna just leave this in the back burner for now. Let's look at SMCI. Right now we are up 9.9, 387,000 shares traded. I believe we've seen this before. Super micro on the list in the past. Gapped up yesterday, sold off, and then we're up again here. Any news on this one, Peter, from Super Micro? I know we don't
Uh,
like the way this one trades.
no, they don't typically trade all that well. They announced a new AI chip board, I guess, that they're producing. These guys apparently are a data center specialist, and they announced sort of a new product. So basically, they sent out a press release that had AI in it. Ta-da!
There we
10%.
go. It still works. It still
So,
works. So yeah, so we'll leave that alone. Again, wow, our gap up list, guys, not a whole lot coming off of that. Not that there's much to look at, right? We got Save, Spirit Airlines, and that's about it. Let's take a look what's gapping
so
down. Yeah, go ahead.
well, and this leads to the question I had for our traders, because this is a different type of news, right? Layoffs and Wayfair is up.
Yeah,
Save is rumors of the deal still on, but I mean the judge still ruled against them, right? And is not allowing it, so they got to go to appeal court and have to restructure debt just to survive while they get through that process. But Spirit Airlines is up fairly significantly, and we're talking 30%. And then we're going
yeah,
to talk about iRobot in a second, which is down by a third. I don't know how to trade these. Like, this is strange news that I'm not sure what to do. I'm going to watch them, but I think at the open they could be. The big money usually comes in at when the 9:30 bell rings, and like these could go completely in the opposite direction or continue what they're doing. I really have absolutely no clue. So as I said, interesting news, but not the typical stuff that I know what to do with.
yeah, yeah. What I do like I robot here, IRBT, man, we are down 35%, 2.1 million shares traded. That is a big drop. And as you can see here on the daily, they have not been doing very well. A couple of big drops here throughout the day. We have one here, another one in the last 2 days, also going from 30 to 28 to
Yeah.
20, 23 to 15. What's going on, man? Who's getting
So there were
fired?
some rumors last week of, so they're supposed to be acquired by Amazon. That's not news. That's been known for a while now. And the rumor last week was there may be some problems with that. Overnight, it's been confirmed that the EU Commission is may block, or is likely going to send out a ruling to block the acquisition by Amazon in their region of iRobot. So obviously that's bad news for their stock, and you can see them pulling back as a result of that. Now, it's probably not over. Like the ruling, as far as I can tell, hasn't actually even come out. It's just the rumor that the EU is going to, the EU Commission is going to block it. But so like, again, buy the rumor, sell the news. Apparently, people are selling the rumor. So, again, strange news a little bit, because who knows? Like, the EU could come out and say, actually, that's not what we're looking at, or we haven't made a ruling yet, or they could confirm it. All of those will have a different impact on the stock, or more likely, right? They will say nothing today, and the stock will continue to do, whatever people choose to do with it. So, again, I sort of like it. I mean, 2 million shares. iRobot's not one that we've traded for a while, and let's face it, my list isn't that deep so far this morning. But in absence of other things, I'm interested to see where this goes. I don't know if it's going to provide a trading opportunity.
Yeah, same here. I like the big drop. And again, it could be an overreaction. Maybe it can gap fill, or if it can be weaker, it can drop lower. We'll see. I like the volume. It is in play today. Again, typically a stock that we will dismiss, but today's looking good. Let's see what it can provide us. Still a passo for me. I still don't believe it's going to be on my main list, but let's see what the rest of the list has for us here. Here is XBEV down 3.7, 360,000 shares traded. I feel like XBEV is on our list almost every single day, and now it looks like you got these stocks that you could tell, okay, they're very, very foreign, right? They're very gappy. They're gapping every single day. The daily's starting to look like that. Look at the difference in the candles here, opposed to when we were trading them a lot more. How larger the candles are here, better movement. Now they're starting to get very tiny. So you're gapping down, or not really up, but gapping down most of the time, and not really moving a whole lot during the intraday, right? That's what these small candles mean to me. And usually I don't like stocks that have that type of setup. So again, down 3.7 again. Peter, is there anything else going on with XPEF?
Yeah, there's nothing new. You notice LI is also on the list. Continue concerns over the price wars, I guess, that are maybe starting in China, with Tesla announcing that they're cutting their costs, or their sticker price. But yeah, I mean, we already know that. There's nothing new. This is really second/third, fourth day play. So, like you said, Carlos, the pre-market action doesn't look good. It did not look good. Neither one of these, frankly, looked good during the trading day the last couple of days. So I don't expect it to be any better today.
Yeah, we'll leave that one alone. Let's take a look at Hertz. Hertz back on the list again here, and this time they are gapping down to 3.2, and they just trade horrible, man. If you look at the action from yesterday and even the day before, I mean, it is brutal. A lot of sideways movement, very low volume. So again, I'm not interested in this one at all. They're in play based on their movements and news being released, but it's just a horrible ticker either way. So I'll pass on that one. Let's take a look at Lee, another one that's also been gapping down quite a bit here the last couple of days. Now down 2.6, but again, just no volume whatsoever. So another one that I'll leave alone right next to XPEF. So I'm not touching those. All right, man. This gap down and up list not providing a whole lot this morning. Peter, what do you have on your list? What do you like so far today?
Well, let's talk earnings first. Last night we had earnings from PPG. If you remember them, they were in the
Oh
news
yeah,
quite a while ago, I
a while ago,
guess.
yeah.
But anyways, they had earnings. They beat their numbers, and probably not very tradable. The stock, trading volume is pretty anemic so far today. A bunch of I don't know, a bunch more banks reporting, but they're all like, regional or third tier banks. So I don't really see anything interest. Schlumberger, I think it's Schlumberger, SLB. Is that Schlumberger? I don't even know
Yeah.
what they are. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Okay. They reported earnings this morning. Missed just barely on revenue, beat bottom line, but again, not a good trading stock. So I got nothing to trade. Nothing really worth mentioning off of that list. For me,
Yeah.
the news yesterday. I mean, I showed you the Scotch, and we were not disappointed. Had to trade. Had to have a little dram right off the open because AMD, oh my god! So OMG AMD, like it had a move, but not to the top side. It sort of looked like maybe it was going to go higher after a little bit of faltering right at the open, but whew, it just started to sell off. And credit to Thor out there, he had a short right near the top of that and rode that thing down. He got out, as it turns out, a little early, left several dollars on the table, but this is like a $9 move from stem to stern here on AMD. And if you caught that short, I mean, it was a great day on AMD. So I think that as much as if you're a long-term shareholder, you probably wanted it to go up and hold that level, but I think it's still closed. Did it close green yesterday? No, it actually closed a little
No,
red. So
close red. Yeah. Yep.
yeah, but it closed red, but it still closed above the previous day close, right? So
Right. Right.
I
Still
mean,
on a
call it
up.
what you will, like
Mhm.
yeah, like it had spiked down lower than Wednesday's prices, but pretty much all of the price action yesterday was above, like at this all-time high levels. So I think it's in line for another good day today. So we'll see. I mean, it could be an inside day. It's very likely going to be an inside day because that was a big move yesterday, and we're at all-time highs. So people may just either lick their wounds or just sort of wait for more buyers to step in. But I'm going to watch it just in case. Uh, what am I trying to say? Nvidia went along for the ride. It had some good movement yesterday, so it's another trading stock. I think we need to keep an eye on it just to see what's going to happen with it today. And then the other usuals. Tesla still. Tesla's, again, if you're a long-term shareholder, you're probably not loving Tesla right now, but it's not bad from an intraday trading. You pick your moments. You can get some good trading on Tesla during the day. So keep that in mind. And the other one that was actually good at the open, although I didn't like the trading for the rest of the day, was Apple. I haven't been all that excited about Apple the last little while, but off the open, it had some good moves that I know some of our room are watching, and a few people took advantage of. Maybe it'll give us that opportunity again today. So nothing unusual in those. Those are the same ones I typically watch all the time. So actually, I didn't check, but Microsoft was the last one that maybe I'll mention here because it's been flirting with those highs. And this morning, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Or earlier this morning, it was gapping up. It looks like it's still holding that at the moment. And it's gapping up above those highs. So Microsoft's one of those quiet ones that we don't day trade it all that actively. It's a little bit higher price. It's tougher on the way it moves, but it is moving. Anyways,
Yeah.
there you go. Those are my picks, anyways, for today.
There you go. AMD, Nvidia, and Apple, Microsoft for you so far. Let's take it to a room. So you guys like this morning? I see over on our YouTube chat, we do have actually on our main chat TSM, Michael for a second day play. Yeah, TSM yesterday. Yeah, had a decent day, decent morning. It was very, very active. You could see here the gap up, and they're gapping up today again, slightly, right? So actually, they gave back some of the gap ups they had this morning. But 2.9 million shares traded, maybe a second day play here. Yeah, I like it. I like it for a possibility. We got the volume here, although that's not reflecting a whole lot in the pre-market. But this gap up, we can see where this goes if we're going to get the volume at the market open. Another one that was good yesterday was mentioned by our good buddy Robert here is BA.
Mm,
BA was
yeah.
really, really nice, man. This thing just took off. And this was my trade actually here on BA. And man, what a nice breakout. Did not get this entire move at all. It was a massive move, but man, that did very nice there. So secondary play today. Well, not secondary. We've been at this for a while now. Maybe we're getting a little bit of volume here. You're not going to get the big volume into the market open. I'll put it as a secondary, but I think it will be a good one to keep an eye on. on it. I mean,
Yeah.
so the news today, what was it? A 747 Boeing, a cargo one, so people don't care as much, I guess.
Cargo, yeah. They
Yeah,
they had an engine malfunction, and the cargo plane had to make an emergency landing. Look, I mean, th-
everything's
that's not
becoming,
unusual,
yeah, it happens all the time. Well,
right?
not
It's
all the
it's
time,
it's
but
going to happen.
it's normal.
Everybody's
Yeah.
a little hypersensitive to anything that happens with Boeing planes right now. I get it, but whatever it was a cargo plane. I thought it was what was it? Yeah, I don't know what the model was. Anyways, it was a Boeing cargo plane, and the Atlas.
Yeah,
But
747 like 800 or something. So it's not, it's not a
yeah,
passenger one, but it's funny how there's a video of it. Like everybody's on their phone. Like back in the days, man, this thing would happen, nobody would know about it, But now, it's like, man, you fart and it's on the news. It's just crazy. So yeah,
yeah.
there we go. But yeah, I don't know how much that will be affecting them. They just don't need anything else to be added on to this. But they're down here slightly. I just don't think it's going to be a big deal. This thing happens all the time, and people are able to land safely like they did. Um, but nevertheless, they had such a nice day. Yes, I want to keep on the list here again. You can see the increase in volume. Ever seen this thing has gone to the issue with the 737 has been trading pretty nice. So I'll have them on a secondary at least. Another one here being brought to us by Kawasaki, a good buddy on YouTube, is Baba. So Baba down 1.1, 350,000. I don't know about this one. I haven't been keeping it on the list. I know they keep gapping down 2%, 1%, 1.5, but the intraday trading has been not great. So I'm on the fence on it. I can come back to it. We'll come back to it right now. Daily looks good, right? I see what you're looking at. Daily keeps dropping here. We're making a new low again today. Man, so this thing is now down towards a 67, 66. I like that, but the intraday, man, it's just not giving us great opportunities, and that's kind of an issue there. Let's take a look here. Jesse giving us a few. We'll take a look at these. We have time. We have Carvana for the most part. Just kind of laying out here for a little bit, going flat for the most part. No volume. You're gonna have to wait for the market open to see what you get, right? So not a whole lot of activity in the pre-market there, and to this morning the same thing. Just kind of gotta wait for the volume on this one. Now this one I do like when it is in play. Roblox does look very, very nice when it is in play. But here, I see you're looking at potential long, right? You're at a level of support. But again, just kind of cut away for the market action. But if there's news, Roblox trades very well. Gets the volume, and then the intraday action is very clean. I'm not sure there's any news out there, but we'll leave that one alone for now. Disney's been moving okay the last couple of days. Intraday in here has been all right. So again, another one you really got to wait for the market open. Yesterday they moved well, as you can see here, breaking out from the highs of the pre-market and then continuing all the way to 92 from 90. So that's pretty nice. But you got to wait for the market open on this one as well. And another one I think was it John,
I
I
don't.
believe. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. I was reading an article on Roblox
Hmm.
here to try and figure out if there was news. I
Yeah,
I don't get Roblox, Carlos. I know you've tried to explain it to me. You have kids that
yeah.
use it, but the news today was that hair care brand Amica launches on Roblox. A hair care brand. Now,
Yeah,
obviously,
I
I don't
don't, I don't.
understand hair care to begin with,
Yeah,
um, but they've partnered to create an experiential thing in Roblox called the Amica Verse, where players can choose from various avatars, including the stylist, a gardener, or recycler, and they can choose hair products and hair clips and things they can buy. What? I don't. This is. I don't. Man,
yeah,
I just. This is. I
yeah.
don't
I
get it.
don't know about
I'm
that.
I'm doing my old guy thing now, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
clearly.
I'm not too
Uh,
sure about that. It's like a Mario on 3D, man. Me and my daughter, what we do is we like to do the challenges and kind of not fall going from place to place, and we play together because I don't trust everything on there. But yeah, that's about it, man. Other than that, I don't know what other universes or verses they have on there that you can go to. Um,
Like, I guess I just don't get
EverQuest,
if you're playing a game and you're logging in with your kids because it's largely kids, isn't it? Are they going to
yeah.
say, you know where I want to go? Amicaverse, the New York-based hair care product company. Let's go there,
Yeah,
Daddy.
that's not
Like,
a thing. At least not for my daughter. It's not a
I
thing.
don't know. I'm
But hey, I don't
whatever.
know. I don't know, right? There's might be some kids out there, depending on their ages, right? They say, "Oh, wow, this is awesome." I have no clue whatsoever.
So
Um,
All right.
All
Anyways,
right.
sorry for being old. We'll go
Yeah.
back to regular schedule.
Whatever happened to NFTs? Is that still a thing, Brian? You guys remember
NFT.
NFTs?
Oh God, no. I
Is
mean, they
that
still exist, but
yeah?
nobody cares anymore.
Nobody's investing heavily on it anymore. It died down.
No.
NFTs are worth 0.1 cents. Dead on
Yeah.
arrival. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm glad I didn't join that because the hype was real.
The hype was real.
Puppet Master says no. NFTs are not dead. You're probably holding something. What are you holding for
Yeah,
NFT?
yeah, right.
I'm kidding.
Look, I
I'm
mean,
kidding.
they, if ever you want the definition of a bubble, that was easy come, easy go bubble, right? Because I mean, that lasted all of like what 2 months, maybe the whole NFT thing,
Yeah.
and as all with all bubbles, there were people that were putting big money into it and claiming it's going to be the future of the universe and blah blah blah, and then it
I
collapsed
don't
as
hear about
quickly
it
as it.
anymore. I mean, everybody was talking about it now. I just you can't find anyone. Uh,
No,
again, I'm not saying
like
it's dead. I'm not trying to start anything, but it's you don't hear about it no more, right? It's like anything, right? When it comes out, it's like AI. When AI came out, oh, everybody's so excited. Okay, but now how are you going to make money with this, right? So
right.
yeah, everybody's excited. Everybody wants to jump in. Everybody wants to be the first. Nobody wants to miss on the next Amazon, right? Everybody wants to be in. But how are you going to make money on this, right? That's the key. So, but we'll see. All right, let's. But if you're in it, I hopefully it's going well and you're able to eventually capitalize on that. Um, but yeah. All right, let's take a look here, guys. What else you guys have this morning? So we have Save, we have Apple, we have AMD. That's good. Thank you for sharing that there. What else we have? Okay, no, we're set, guys. This is what we have. Again, I'm okay with this list. It's not a blockbuster list. We have our list of usual suspects on here. It's not a whole lot that's away from this list at the moment. So we'll stick with that for now. Let's go to community events and announcement to find out what's happening for the next 2 weeks as we close out this week, and then we'll come back and see what else we can find off this of this watch list that we can put on here. But again, nah, I don't know. Are you excited about this list, Peter? I'm not too excited about it.
No, no. I mean, I'm interested to see what happens with a couple of them, like I said, but yeah, I'm not anticipating awesome trading off of it. So, and it looks like
Yeah,
I may not trade the open because I don't have anything that I've got a bead on what it's going to do.
yeah,
So
yeah.
there are days like that, and that's okay. Well, if you know us here at Bearable Traders, you know that our our agenda generally runs in terms of extracurricular activities from Monday to Thursday. And that means on Friday, we get to tell you what's coming next week because we don't have any events today. That being said, I was checking out Peak Capital Trading, which we just started our boot camp 2 weeks ago. And woo, we got a couple of things happening today. It's still busy over there. We got some live trading. Megan's going to be doing a webinar. I mean, there's lots of stuff happening. So, and Megan, if you're out there and that's news to you, you're on the calendar. So, anyways, but next week is when we get back in action with everything for Bearable Traders. And we start with the onboarding class on Mondays, like we always do. We get a lot of new members that join over the weekend, or those that just want a refresher on all the value they can get out of the community. And we do a session 8 o'clock on Mondays that just help you onboard, gives you all the background as to what you can expect, how you get most value out of the community, and some basics on trading terminology, and frankly, answer any questions you may have. Now, my understanding, Carlos, is that you're stepping back in there, are going to help deliver that live session now.
That is correct. Yeah. So this will be updated. They're working on it, but it'll be me running it now. So back to it, and yeah, looking forward to it.
Okay. Maybe I got the date wrong, and people are saying no. Maybe it was yesterday. Oh, Megan
For
was doing
what?
it. It was what is today? It's the 19th? Never mind. That was all yesterday. There's nothing on the schedule for today. I was lying. Thanks, Mitch. Letting me know. See, I'm telling you, it's my brain is fried. Yeah. Megan's like, what am I doing, what, who, what? Anyways, all right, just group D mentorship. Okay, there you go. I'm giving false information. All right, but the onboarding is real. Trust me. All right, and Carlos has confirmed it, so at least you know I'm not lying to you about that. Tuesdays we talk strategy and trade book. Next Tuesday, Paris. is going to be leading the session, talking about his tape reading skills and how you can sort of read a tape like him. So he'll go over the information with you, talk about how to analyze and use the order flow to your benefit. That'll be at 8 o'clock this coming Tuesday, the 23rd. And the week after, oh, look at this. John is on the schedule. Mr. John Hiltz will be actually using a Paris term, a grab your face high of day break. Paris started talking about that when sometimes you just see it and it grabs your face and you know you got to take it. So John's living the dream there, deciding he's going to use the term to grab your face high day break trades and show you how he trades those. So that's the next 2 weeks on the 23rd and 30th, both Tuesdays, both at 8 p.m. Wednesdays, we talk psychology. And this past Wednesday, we had a great session. I want to thank Louis for sharing his experience with us. If you didn't have a chance to see it live and you're an elite member, then you can see it in our education center, where it's uploaded and available for your viewing pleasure. But next week, Randy Howell is going to be back with us talking about how to adapt or fail. That's once again 8 o'clock, Wednesday the 24th. And the next week, well, Carlos, look at that, man. You're back talking about trading mindset and insight from, you mean senior traders, like experienced traders, not, like old traders.
I hope it could be both.
Could be both.
It could be both.
Fair enough.
No experience.
All right. Well, I just did do a rant on Roblox, so I guess sometimes you can be both. So there you go. Anyway, so that'll be in 2 weeks' time on the 31st of January. Once again, 8 o'clock. Carlos leading that. Next week, put in your calendar, Randy Howell on the 24th. Okay. Thursdays, we talk mentorship, and our Thursday sessions are still in full force. John at 11, Jared and Megan talking options at 2, and then Thor doing his Thursday mentorship on Thursday evenings at 8 p.m. So again, mark those in your calendars. Now, the last couple of weeks, we haven't had Paris's Sunday session, which is another mentorship session that normally goes Sunday at 5 o'clock. I haven't heard confirmation that it's happening this week, but I think Paris is feeling better. I've seen him in the room a couple of times. He's sort of been sick. He took a little break for the holidays and then hasn't been feeling well for the last little while, but I think he'll be back in action Sunday at 5 o'clock. I certainly hope so. It's a great session. We like to see it happen. So hopefully that'll be happening 5 o'clock this Sunday, 5 o'clock Eastern, once again in the webinar room. So stay tuned for that. All right, that's what we got coming up in the next couple of weeks. Let's set some levels and get ready for, oh no, wait a second. I got work to do. What am I doing? Slacking off here on Friday. TradingTerminal.com. Check it out. Love it. We just we had our developers that were reaching out asking for some feedback on how we use the page, where we get most value. So we're actively working on this and working to improve it. And I love the fact that they're out there looking for feedback. They're not just building stuff for their own. They're asking the most active traders out there what it is they like and want and would like to see included. So check it out, tradingterminal.com. In fact, you can provide your own feedback at any time. Use the little sort of the square happy face down to the bottom right corner of the screen, and you can give us some feedback about what it is you like, don't like, want to see improved or added. And we'd love to hear that. We use it every day, including for the gappers list that Carlos has on the screen right now. You can get that under the scanners, and if you look at the scanners, you can customize those for whatever you want. Use them all day. They'll help let you know what is moving and what isn't, and you can use it to give you an idea of where to focus your attention in the market. If you want to join us at Bear Bull Traders, well, we've got always these membership options. So 4 categories from the intro, which is really just a 1 week, one-time teaser, if you will, of what's happening in the community. You can get it for $24 using the code PREMARKET24. The basic and elite monthly packages, which are always available for you. And, of course, the elite annual, which still is on sale. Use the code HELLO2024 to get that discounted rate. So there you go. Now my work is done for the moment, and I can hand back to Carlos. Back to you in the studio, Carlos.
Well, thank you very much, Peter. Let's go in here and set some levels. All right, guys. Okay, perfect. We have right now Spirit Airlines, AMD, NVIDIA, and Apple, and TSM. A lot of these on a second day play. Even the ones on here, I have BA, which again was awesome yesterday. Hoping that can continue to get some good trading activity. And then Baba's, I wanted to trade well, but my hopes are very, very low for this to trade well. but I have it on here just in case alongside IRBT, which actually I might move up because this gap down at 30% here, it's just there could be some really good opportunities. So you know what, I'll move this up IRBT. And then out of all these usual suspects, AMD, NVIDIA, and Apple, maybe we'll bring one down. But we'll do levels for everything now. I can always fine tune this after we're off the show live here. But yeah, let's start with Spirit Airlines. So Spirit Airlines getting great news, saying the deal is still on, which they're still going to push to try to get things approved and passed through. And this usually happens. They'll appeal it. They'll go back and forth. Maybe there's something that they need to take out or adjust to make the deal more attractive for Spirit Airlines and JetBlue here. So high of the pre-market 781 at the moment, and as that back and forth happens with the catalyst, hopefully this can continue to provide some really good movement here. Lower price stock, man. Look at the volume, 17.6 million shares traded. Oh, it is. It's hard to borrow. That's not fun. What's going on here? Wow, no shares with Interactive Brokers. Not good. All right. Um, yeah, that right there is gonna make me drop this. I don't like to have that handicap like that. So yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll do levels either way. 781 here, high of the pre-market. We have 1121 as well, and then another one on is going to be 1022, and right over here 922. Looks like every dollar. 922, 1022, and 1122. So just put that on there. Looks that they like the 22 type area as far as daily levels go. So yeah, and then towards the bottom, highs and lows for the last two trading days, but again, not really enjoying that hard to borrow. So I'll put it as a secondary top, no top secondary, but I'd rather watch something else that can have the opportunity to go either way. Not saying there cannot still be some opportunities to take this long, but I'd rather not have that one if there's other ones that I can watch. Let's take a look at AMD this morning. Going to remove some levels here, clean this up a little bit. We're stuck between the highs and lows of the last two trading days and right below the all-time high, which was set yesterday on AMD. So high of the pre-market, 166.50. The low is going to be down at 164.83. So we'll mark those two levels there. And once you do that, you're set on AMD, looking pretty good. Great volume, up 1.5. Coming down from the highs a little bit here, but nevertheless still looking very good. Here we have NVIDIA, and Peter, if you could take over for just a second. Okay. Pardon me here. Is Peter still there? Did Peter get disconnected? One second, guys.
I'm on mute. Hello? Can you hear me now? Is this thing on? Hello? Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Talking to
it's
myself.
on. It's on.
Oh my God. Sorry about that, guys. I got distracted. Somebody sent me a link saying, guess who's pumping Save or Spirit Airlines? And they sent me a link to on X of David Portnoy, and he has this crazy video. It was distracting me. I didn't realize you took a call. Anyways,
Yeah.
so
Sorry about that.
I blame it's all somebody else's fault because it can't be mine. So, anyways, yeah, interesting. I mean, I don't know what Save's going to do today. I'm watching it. Let me tell you.
Yeah. I have it as a second there here. Speaking of X, I logged on last night to kind of go through things, and I see Elon Musk. What the heck is he doing? John
Oh, I
spoke
don't know.
about it earlier
What's
this
happening?
afternoon. John spoke about it yesterday afternoon, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't want nobody posting it because it's borderline inappropriate." And I'm like, "Okay, probably Elon Musk doing his thing." And when I went to it, it's actually, whoa, what the heck? Did his account get hacked? Yeah, you got to go see it. We're not going to talk about it or post it here. It's really borderline
Oh, okay.
madness. But yeah, when you see it, you'll be surprised that that's something that he posted on his account. But I guess not too shocking. It is Elon Musk. All right, sorry about that, guys. More school
The rumors
disruptions
of his
here.
drug use are fake.
Yeah, and then he posted one of him when he did the smoking with on the podcast as well. So yeah, he's on fire. Um, all right, here's Nvidia, guys. So Nvidia back at it. Well, 580.83 is the high of the pre-market on Nvidia right now. Towards the bottom, highs and lows for the last two trading days. And once you do that, you are pretty much set because we're sitting here at all-time highs as well. very similar to AMD. Let's take a look at Apple. Apple this morning, we are slightly up. We are nice, up pretty good this early this morning. It has come back now all the way to the previous day close. 190.58 is the level we have here on Apple. And then towards the bottom, plenty of stuff, highs and lows for the last two trading days. Between the high of the pre-market and the previous day close, there is a nice level here. It's going to be that 189.88. It might actually be 190. But man, there is a ton of action happening right on there. If you draw a line across there, you can see many days slamming into that. So you definitely want to have that on your charts as well. Above the pre-market high, you got an area here. We got a couple of wicks just kind of meeting over around 192 seems like. So you definitely want to have that there as well. And then towards the bottom, you do have your highs and lows. But this low here from yesterday, it's pretty down. There is an area here you want to mark down. There might be some data here as well. 187.45 would be a good one. So a slam a level there just in case we do decide to go red for the day. That could be a good area. Look at the breakout we had yesterday on this, right on that 187.45. So you definitely want to have that there. All right. That is Apple. Let's take a look at TSM. Was active yesterday. Didn't trade well into the later parts of the day, right? Very choppy at the open, but then around 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock actually got going really nice here. Nice little breakout. So let's see what happens today. We are slightly up this morning. We still got some volume. 3 million shares traded. 114.56 is the high. 112.44. 112.42 is the low on a TSM, and then you have the highs and lows for the last two trading days on there. IRBT is looking very interesting, down 30% this morning, but looking to climb higher right now. So as low as 14.52, but now we're already at 16.54. Hopefully that type of action continues. Higher the pre-market 16.69, so we'll mark that there. And then when we go to the left, what's last? Oh, we haven't been down here in quite some. This is all-time low. Man, look at this. Is it? No, we've been, wow, it's been a while. 2009. This is this is insane. So 2009 was the last time they saw these type of numbers. Below that 1147, just because we came all the way down here, and 754. We'll mark those just in case we continue to drop any further. That's coming off the monthly charts because we really had to go back. But yeah, there you have it, guys. Big drop. So interesting to see how the market open looks for these guys after dropping down so much this morning. All right, so there you have it, friends. Take a look at our moderators list. I'm going to bring this over. Let's see what we got going on here. If you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. We are sitting at, let's take a look here, 101 likes right now. Let me refresh. Maybe it could be a little higher, but 101 likes. And we appreciate it very, very much hanging with us this Friday as we end the trading week. 115. So thank you so much. We'd love to get to 150, 160.
The short trading week.
It is, right? That's what I feel like this week just flew, but it is a short trading week. I only traded this week one day, and now I just got to call that the schools are closing early because of storm coming. So yeah, this week for me, the trading has not been good, man. The bills are not going to get paid this week. I tell my wife, you're going to have to figure something out. The trading, the bills this month are not looking good. Can't get to trading. All right, let's figure this out. Our moderators list. Let's scroll up a little bit here. We are looking at Thor. He has AMD, Tesla, Meta, ETFs, SPYs, and the Qs, and he has his futures commentary as well on X. So take a look at that. While you're there, take a look at Elon's account, have a little laugh. Let's take a look at Mike. Mike is watching Microsoft, PayPal, and Meta, and then options, Roku on there. A couple IPOs for today. We got two, KSPI, and we have JL, which is unlikely opening today, but it's on there. And then we got a SPAC as well. So very active in that front. And then Peter, your list, AMD, Tesla, Apple, secondary list, Save, WIRBT. Megan, in PCT meetings all day, so will not be trading as we get things cracking and rolling on the PCT side of things. Trading Susan Mom, still picking her list, but she has a bunch already. She's going to probably fine-tune this a little bit later. AMD, Apple, Google, Meta, and Oxy. And the man of the hour who's going to be taking you through the market open, Tesla, Apple, AMD, so far for our good buddy, Brian.
Yeah.
Peter, anything we might have missed?
Well, and I miss Andrew. Speaking of the open.
Where is Andrew?
We haven't heard from him.
Haven't heard from him.
Well, I guess it's hard to get Wi-Fi at the South Pole. He did mention there would
Yeah.
be a good week and a half where he'd have no contact whatsoever,
Yeah.
because I mean, I guess who's setting up a Wi-Fi repeater, on the tallest mountain in Antarctica. So
Yeah.
hopefully he's safe and having some fun. Although, again, his definition of fun and mine don't quite match
Very
up.
different.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not picking, -40, temperature destinations for
Mm.
my vacations, but all power to him. Hope he's doing safe, thinking of him, and you guys have a smart and safe trading day today.
Absolutely, guys. Take care. Trade safe. Have an amazing weekend, and we'll see you guys back next week for a full week of trading. And if you're in the Northeast, be safe with the storm out there. Take care.